friends, welcome or welcome back. My name is Allie and this is Planning with Boys, and this, you probably guessed it by the title, this is an unstuffing of my 100 envelope with a twist. And let me clean this up real quick, or kind of organize it, because I just threw it on there so I can get like, well actually I just did a reel. Good times. BRB. Okay friends, so I finally did it. I just put it however, as you can tell, they're all like sloppy in here. But anyways, as you can tell, I finished the 100 envelope with the twist. If you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, the 100 envelope with the twist, you know what? As I'm talking, I'm gonna go ahead and unstuff because I know it's gonna take a while. 100 envelope with the twist is, also ignore the numbers that are on here because technically it doesn't really matter. So this is a challenge from Lisa Grateful Me. She is the Happy Mailbox Co. on Etsy. I think she has her website. I don't know the name, so sorry. I will be linking her Etsy down below. Anyways, so the 100 envelope challenge with a twist from her is the numbers 1 through 25 4 times, which makes it very like manageable, I think, because I am doing the 100 envelope like the normal challenge, and that is not for the weak of heart. It's taking me forever. So I started that other one in September. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna put on the screen because I messed up. I was supposed to check to see when I started this challenge because I didn't write it down on here. I was supposed to check to see when I started this challenge so I can let you guys know like how long it took me, and I wanted to know how long it took me. So I think I might have put like $1 or $2 extra, nothing extravagant out of the norm. My 100 envelope, the normal one, I have been putting extra money into it. So this is going to my next biggest debt, which if I can go back in time, I would kick her butt. Allie in the past really did a number on my debt situation. Not a good number. So anyways, it's gonna pay Amazon, and on Amazon I owe like 2,000 something. So even after I give this $1,300 payment, I'm still gonna have like 600 something left. I'm sure I'm gonna add it to the screen. Yeah, past Allie, she didn't care. She was just like, you know, Allie in the future, she'll worry about it. And here we are in the future, and it's a pain in my butt, like having to go through all this like crazy. Okay, so I'm just gonna unstuff them like this. I did watch a YouTube video earlier from oh my goodness, why did I draw a blank right now? I can like totally imagine her and everything, but I can't think of her name. You're gonna hate me, I'm sorry, I really forgot. I'll put it on the screen, holy moly. Anyways, she was like answering like about me questions. So I reached out to her, and because of the time difference, I'm sure she hasn't seen it yet, but it's okay. By the time this goes up, I'm sure I'll have my answer to where she got the questions from. I made up my own questions, and then I did put like a questionnaire in my Instagram. So a couple friends like asked me questions. I asked them for help because I knew I was gonna unstuff this, and I didn't want to just like speed through it because then it would be like a 2-minute long video. But anyways, so I'm gonna go through the questions that I found and then intertwine the questions that I was asked. Okay, so I am technically a planner girl, so I love to plan. I have planners, a bunch of planners, a ton of planners. And I went on a no spend, kind of like to challenge myself, because I know I spend a lot on stickers and things I shouldn't. So anyways, I ended up finding and I've mentioned this previously, so I'm sorry for repeating myself. I ended up finding the budgeting community, and then I finally sat down and wrote 3 months worth of like bank statements and see where my money was going. Most of my money was going to Uber Eats, Starbucks, like food, and stickers. Surprise, surprise. So when I say I go on no spend, because one of the questions was asked is how do I stay so strong during my no spends? So when I say I go no spends, I go on no spending on sticker items, and now too I'm adding any savings challenges to the mix, because I've noticed myself buying saving challenges when I have a ton already. So raise your hand if you're guilty with me. Yay. So because of that, I go on no spends like every other month. How do I stay strong? I don't stay strong. I guess I do because I don't spend, but I do go to the shops. I do add to cart, and I'm so sorry if you're one of the shops. I've done this too, because now that I'm a shop owner, I see that you can see when people do things like when they heart your stuff and like favorite your shop and stuff like that. I didn't know you guys saw everything. But anyways, I do add to cart, and I go overboard. Like I add extra on purpose just so that when I go to check out, I see like, okay, that's too much money, Allie. You definitely can't afford it. I really do that. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're one of the shops. Let me see. Let me make sure. So I think I got them all. Well, minus the ones that are on the table right now. Okay. So that was one of the questions. How I stay so strong is because I do go shopping with you guys. I shop the things, but I don't check out. I don't know, honestly. It's more like a mental thing. Like I start talking to myself, do you really need it? Like, you know, you have so much stuff. Like I get overwhelmed because I have so many stickers that I have to put away and like organize it. And then I start organizing it, and then I don't like how I'm organizing it. So I get overwhelmed. So when I want something, I go into the shop, I add to cart, and then I start talking myself out of it. So that's how I survived no spend. So next question was how me and my husband met. So my husband and I have been married just May. We turned 12 years married. We've been together for 13 years. So I was active duty, and then I wasn't ready to leave active duty, so I joined the National Guard, and my husband was National Guard. So what happened is we got deployed. So California got a bunch of different companies from all over California, like even up north. We had people from up north, like Sacramento and stuff like that. So they got a bunch of different companies and made one big company. So it's funny because we were 300 soldiers in that company, and we were named Spartans. And if you've seen that movie, I'll probably put like something, like a GIF or something, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There were Spartans, 300. But anyways, we met there. We had totally different missions in Iraq. We were in transportation, so our job was to haul. So we're like the big rigs. We would haul things from Kuwait, which is where we were stationed at, to Iraq, to Afghanistan, stuff like that. My husband was in the big rigs, and I last minute volunteered to be in the gun trucks. So I was the security element for them to haul things, right? Sorry, you probably heard my chair. Let me move this over. So anyways, we technically never did a mission together. I'm going to start putting this. So 1, 5, let me do 2 for 1, 5, 10, and 20. Okay. So we technically never did any missions together, but we had mutual friends. So what happened is when we came back from Iraq, we were like young and we had money, so we would go and party a lot. So we had one of the girls that was in the gun trucks within the security element. She was close friends to my husband and, you know, the group of friends we all had. So she brought me along, and that's how I ended up meeting my husband. I didn't really knew I was into him until I knew, kind of a thing. Like, so subconsciously, I guess I would ask for him a lot, like, oh, hey, is he coming? And they'd be like, oh yeah, she's coming, or he's coming. And then same thing with him. He would ask if I was going to any gathering and stuff like that. So interesting, right? Yeah. Okay, let me put this back here. So that's how my husband and I met. Yeah, we didn't date right away. Like we were together in Iraq, but we didn't date until we got back. And even then, I thought he was dating some other girl. I know, right? So I didn't really want to talk to him. And then I actually didn't end up talking to him until he left, because we were technically in the same company still when we got back from Iraq, because we had a, demob and stuff like that. So once he went back to I stayed with that company, and he went back to his original company. And then we ended up talking after that, after hanging out for a while. So that's how my husband and I met. We ended up dating for about a year, and then we got engaged, and then like a couple months later we were married. And a year later after that, we ended up getting pregnant with our oldest, Xander. He is 10. And then almost 5 years later, we got pregnant with Xavier. And you know, we've had our ups and downs and stuff like that. It's not always perfect, but you know, God has truly blessed us. You know, we have our health, we have each other, and we're very vocal about the things that bother us, about the things we need help with or whatever, and you know, we make it work. So it's not always great, but it is good a lot of the times. So yeah, okay, so I ended up getting pregnant with my oldest. It took a while to get pregnant. It took like almost a year to get pregnant with him. I honestly thought I was gonna have to seek help to be able to, you know, be a mom. So my pregnancies, they are both 36 weeks. Both my kids were like 36 weeks. My oldest, my water broke. I had this thing called cholestasis, and what happens is your body, so my body was itchy everywhere, like my palms of my hands, the soles of my feet, my legs were itchy, so I would scratch so much, which is why, that's why the doctor said that I ended up having the kid early. My oldest. The youngest, my doctor was a different doctor then, and he was monitoring him. So he ended up, what my husband says, ended up seducing me. He really means inducing. He ended up seducing me. So I had him early because I did have, again, cholestasis a lot earlier this time than the first time. So my pregnancies are not great. They're not bad, but they're not great. So after the second one was born, Hubs had decided he didn't want kids after the first. So we together decided, like, okay, for sure this time we are done. So I am 37, going to be 38, but I will no longer be having any more children. Good times. So what's the next question? I wrote down some questions. Okay, so my job, if you guys don't know, my job, I am in medical records. I work at a skilled nursing facility. I have been doing medical records for 10 and a half, 11 years. Yeah, that's my job. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing after the military. So if I wasn't like doing what I'm doing now, I would honestly, like, if money was not an option and I could do anything I wanted to, I'd probably be an artist. I'm not great at it, but I like to draw. So that's what I would do. If I could do anything and money would not be an option, like it wouldn't be like, wouldn't matter, like, I would do that. I would be an artist. I would create things. I like doing things with my hands. My favorite movie of all time, and I have a lot of them, okay? Like, I have a lot of them, but this movie I can watch over and over again and I will not get tired of it. There's actually like two probably, but for sure this one's higher than the other one. So Forrest Gump. I can watch Forrest Gump and quote it all day long. That is like my favorite movie of all time. My second favorite movie of all time is Dirty Dancing. So, true story, when I was pregnant with my oldest, I would watch it in my like DVD player, and I ended up, from so much watching it, I ended up like scratching the CD. So I made my husband buy me a whole new one because I wanted to watch it still. And the one that I had kept skipping. So good times. Okay, so that's my favorite movie. The next question is how many siblings I have. I am the third of 5. That's right. If I was a finger, I'd be the middle finger. I have an older brother, And then after him is my older sister. Then it's me. Then I have a little sister. And then last is a little brother who actually was born when I was like 17. So a lot of people thought like that I was a teenage mom, that was my kid. Like whenever they saw me in the street with like him and my mom, they would make comments like, oh, how cute, the mom and the grandma. And I'm looking at them like, except for the mom is also, like the grandma's also the mom to him, lady. But so before I had my son Xander, my brother was my baby. Like I would take that kid everywhere. Oh my God, this is looking so pretty. I like it. I do have a lot of ones. I might have to move the 20s back again. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, okay, so I'm gonna answer a question so I have a new boss at work, and he keeps asking us, I guess to get to know us, he keeps asking us a question every day. One of them was if I could do anything and money was no option, what would I do? And the next one is, if I had any superpower in the world, what would it be? And I think I would be like Xavier from, it's funny because my youngest is Xavier, but Xavier from X-Men, I think I would be him. Like he moves things with his mind. That's dope. Like that way I can be like, instead of like asking my kids to get something for me, I could just be like, let me get it myself, and use my magical powers to go get it. Oh, good times. Okay. I can hear my dog barking at me. She wants me to go get her out so she can play. But I need to finish this because my husband's at soccer practice with the oldest right now. So I won't have time to record this any other day. Yeah, especially because we're going to get busy. Tomorrow we have a soccer event, and then Saturday soccer event. And then Sunday we're going to hang out with some family. I feel like I'm always doing like something, like I'm busy. You guys don't understand how much I like to be home. But anyways, the next question is my hobby. What is my hobby? My hobby is, I guess now this is a hobby to me, but my hobby is planning. I like to decorate my planner with stickers. Yeah, so planning would be my hobby, I think, honestly. Okay, I am going to put this one away, and then I will be back because I feel like I hear my 5-year-old's here with me. I hear him, so let me go attend to him. BRB. Okay, sorry friends, I got a phone call, so I had to get the phone off the thing, the arm, the thing I'm using. Anyways, I don't know what I was saying, so I'm gonna go on to the next question. What's my favorite food? My favorite food is, I don't know, I like a lot of things. Maybe hot wings. I like hot wings. Maybe hot wings. I don't know. I can't decide, honestly. I thought about that. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't ask that question, but why not? Pets. I currently have a black lab. I wanted a Yorkie. I wanted a small dog, and my husband's like, we need a big dog to protect the house. So we got Layla. No regrets. She's a sweetheart. She's a pain in my butt. She's like an attention whore, but oops, sorry. But anyways, she is sweet. I like her. So I'm keeping her, I guess. Okay, prior to her, we actually had a turtle. His name was Rocky, and he unfortunately crossed the Rainbow Bridge. He is no longer with us. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, so this question, I was like, I have to answer this question. This question is, what's my biggest pet peeve? Right? Okay, so my biggest pet peeve, I hate it when people do this, okay? When people are like, hey, I have something to tell you, but I can't tell you. I'm like, why would you do that to me? I hate that so much. Like, don't do that to me. If you're going to tell me, tell me. If you can't tell me, don't even say anything. I don't want to know. Don't tell me anything at all. Like, I hate it when people do that. Like, I have something to tell you. Oh, but I can't tell you. Like, why would you ruin my day by doing that? Like, what? Why? Right? So don't do that to me, okay? And what else did I write? I'm just going to go ahead and like fast forward this real quick because I feel like it's going to be long. So BRB. I am back. I did pull out the calculator because y'all know numbers are not my forte. I did pull out this bank slip that's in my shop. I'm going to go ahead and just write it down and then we'll calculate towards the end. I have a lot of ones, like a lot, insane amount of ones. Look at this. Wait for it. I want to like spill it everywhere. Look how insane this is. Like, what? I'm going to make it rain for the first time ever. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna move. Oof. Can I move this back? That way I have. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna make this work. Okay. This is a lot of ones for my hand. So, oh, that's still a lot of ones for my hand. Wow. Okay. I'm probably gonna fast forward through the middle of it somewhere, so don't be surprised if you hear scroll alley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I decided to do 20s, okay? So 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what's funny? As I'm counting these, I'm actually going through and seeing if I see any 8 bucks. I'm collecting 8 bucks for me. 1, 2, 3. And 20, and I just saw an 8 buck. I'm gonna leave it through and go through it later, but I saw an 8 buck. 1, 20, and I just realized that I might be counting it towards me and not towards you guys, and I apologize for that. I will be better. 1, and I got one solo dollar. Oh, actually, since I didn't even bother to see all the other ones, but see, I did put an extra dollar in there, so if there's only one 8 buck, I'm taking it out. All right, I buried my calculator, so turn it on. So 20, let me put it here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So that's 100 plus 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So plus 100 equals, and then 21 plus 21 equals the 221 for my dollar bills. Okay, on to the 5s. You know, I just thought about, like, when I do my regular 100 envelope. Oh, that's gonna be a challenge. Okay, let's do this by hundreds, I guess. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Hopefully I don't mess up, because it's going to be a pain in the butt to recount. And then, so I have, but, oh, okay. So that is 300, right? Plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Plus 40. So it's 340 in 5s. Okay. Oh, so I got paid from, remember I said I did t-shirts for Nurses Week. So I finally got paid $180, which reminds me I have to do a receipt, another receipt for them. But anyways, so I got paid for that, and then I am gonna get an another Etsy payment. So I'm gonna take it out of here and then deposit the rest, because I'm gonna take it out of the bank anyways. It just makes sense for me to pull it, right? So yes, that's what I'm doing. Just letting you know. Let me do hundreds here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 100. So hold on. So that's 300 here. 300 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So plus 60, 360. So just making sure. Guys, don't judge me. So 10s go here. We write 360. Oop. Ugly 0. 6. And then 20s. 20, 40, 60, 81. 80. So 380. Okay. That felt like that was the easiest way for me to do this. So let's put this all together. Yep, 1301. So I'm gonna go through off camera, of course, because I don't want to keep holding you guys. And I want to check for that A-book, because I know I saw one A-book, so that's my A-book. So I only stuffed $1 extra that I was supposed to. This challenge is from Lisa Grateful Me. I will put on the camera again, like on the screen, when I started this challenge. I completed it, and I will put that date too, like 2 days ago. Oh my god, I'm bad at this YouTube thing, guys. Anyways, I finished. Yay! Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye now.